Hi guys, thanks for watching today. Today I'm going to do a mukbang on this Chinese food. I got vegetable lo mein because I'm vegetarian. On here, obviously there's the noodles, broccoli, green onion, corn, which they didn't mention that in the phone, which is fine. I like corn, and carrots. It also came with mushrooms, but I don't like mushrooms, so I asked for without. It's really hot, and I feel like it's really hard to eat Chinese food with a plastic fork. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling already. It's gonna be messy, okay? It's gonna be messy. It's good. I don't remember the last time I had Chinese food, but oh my gosh, it's hot on my leg. Oh my gosh, hot. Like leaving an imprint that I'd keep with the noodle genre as I did last week in my last video. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about plastic surgery. And obviously this is just my experience. I just want to talk about what I've had and what I want to do still and why I want to do it so bad. I'm going to add the rice in there. I guess I could start at the very beginning, like what made me interested in cosmetic surgery and just like cosmetic procedures and such. As you can probably guess, well, not as you can guess, hopefully you can't guess my age, but yeah, I'm 30, unfortunately. Facebook didn't come about until, this is relevant for what I'm talking about, but Facebook didn't come about until I was in freshman year of high school. And then Instagram, like my sophomore year of high school. I remember a few people had Instagram, but it wasn't that big of a thing. And then like as soon as I graduated high school in 2014, Kylie Jenner popped off. And I've always had, not like an obsession with her, but I've always found her to be just so beautiful. And I think obviously so many people do. I think the whole like Instagram look and the, you know, Instagram baddie is based off of her look. And that's important because I feel like she kind of led the way for a lot of people wanting plastic surgery, at least younger, because I think plastic surgery used to be something that was more common among older women, like getting facelifts and things, but now people, including myself, we're getting like baby Botox at the age of 20, kind of because of like Instagram and such. If you see me eating the vegetables, well, it's some weird looking corn. I said this in my last video, but I like to eat the vegetables first just because I don't hate vegetables, but they're not my favorite, so I like to get them out of the way and then eat the good stuff like the noodles after. Ninth grade, I kind of like had to glow up. I started running and my acne went away, I got my braces off, so that was like the year that I kind of became attractive, I guess. Before that I never really was, like I always had acne and braces, and yeah, I was never like the attractive one of my sisters anyways. But then like up and through high school and stuff, I felt confident in the way that I looked, but I guess I would just say, like with Instagram and the Kardashians, they really like inspired my surgery or my cosmetic desires, and like I'm kind of become obsessed at this point, to be honest. think, I'm trying to remember. I had lip filler for the first time when I was 19. I went to California, and obviously I was in San Diego, and I just felt really influenced by everything around me. Anyways, that was the first time I got lip filler, and then I think like a year later when I was 20, I got Botox for the first time. And I've been kind of doing that on and off for, now I'm 30, so for the past 10 years, I do have Botox in my forehead as well as my, like my jaw, because I have really strong, I don't know how to say it, polismal band folding, so it's just like these things that cause jowling, so I'm trying to prevent jowling before getting like a neck lift. Ah! Just spilled rice. Ah. So right now I have Botox, like I just said, in my forehead and my jaw. I have a little bit of lip filler still on my lips. I got lip filler last year in July. I would like to have more. I'd like to have bigger lips, like the Instagram look, but right now, honestly, as you can maybe guess I'm gonna say, I just can't really afford it. I'm also saving for a big cosmetic procedure. I have already had done a nose job, which I didn't necessarily need that. My nose was always fine. I was never insecure about it. But I had a I had a deviated septum, which just meant like my nose was crooked and I had a hard time breathing out of one nostril. I was already going to be getting a septoplasty, which corrects the deviation and helps you breathe better out of your nose. So then at that point I was like, I might as well just do the nose job too. I did that. That was back during like COVID. I think it was like 2021. I did that and I'm happy with that. That was definitely worth it in my opinion. The things I have had done have been pretty natural looking. Like you wouldn't look at me and be like, oh, she's had plastic surgery. I don't think so anyways, which I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if I want to be someone where you look at me and you're like, oh, she's had plastic surgery. I don't know. I realized in my last video I had like sunscreen on my eyebrow the whole time, and that was pretty embarrassing. In the video before that I had sour cream on my lip, so trying to be more aware of those things and add more rice. And then just recently, it's May 20, this is really hot still on my leg. It's May 2026, yeah. No, it's June, oh my gosh, it's June 2026. Just this past March, I had an upper blepharoplasty, which I'm happy about, but I went in telling my surgeon I wanted a brow lift because I know that my brows are uneven. I had like brow ptosis. I've been told that before by another surgeon. So I went in telling him I wanted a brow lift, and he was like, I think you're too young for a brow lift. Let's do it. Grab some Chinese food over there. Let's do an upper bleph. So I was like, okay, like I had seen him for my nose job, like I trust his judgment. I was really excited about that. I think I was thinking it would be more dramatic than an upper bleph is. An upper bleph is just removing excess skin on your eyelid, on your upper eyelid. Although I am happy with the results, they're subtle again. Like it's nothing that's dramatic. And I was really looking to have that dramatic result. So I think I was kind of disappointed when I went in a month later and here's your final results. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do look better, but it's subtle. No one in my family even has noticed a difference, so. That tells you that just, you know, an upper bleph isn't a dramatic surgery, which is what I want. I was kind of disappointed. I was thinking maybe I could just do the upper bleph, or maybe just do, before I did that, you know, I was thinking the brow lift, thinking I could just do one or the other, because these things are expensive. Your girl does not make very much money. But I have decided I am wanting to do the brow lift. My surgeon said that he would do it for me, which even though earlier he was like, you're too young for a brow lift. I mean, he said he would do it, but I think his work is pretty natural. Which is good. I don't want to look surprised or uncanny. I'm gonna see him for the brow lift consult in September, but I don't know. I think I will get a second opinion this time. I don't know that I'll necessarily see him for the brow lift because I know what I'm looking for, and I worry that he would just give me a really natural result, which is great, but I'm looking for something kind of dramatic. I don't want to look the same way I do now. That's why I'm getting plastic surgery. To speak on the non-procedural things I've done, like I said, I have had Botox and lip filler. In March, I did my first round of Sculptra, which that is like a, don't quote me on this, but it's like a collagen builder, so it takes months to build. It's not like filler where the result is automatic right away. So I got that in my temples because those are hollowing, in my cheeks, as well as my smile lines. You can't get in your under eyes, unfortunately. Apologies, my camera cut out. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I've deleted quite a bit of data from it and it's still doing it. I don't know, it's really frustrating. But like I was saying, I'm trying to remember what it was I was saying. Oh, Sculptra. I had my first vial in March and I don't think I've even seen results from that yet, which is pretty typical. I guess it takes like 6 months to more than that. I had my second vial in May. In those same areas I mentioned. I'm realizing that's probably not going to give me the results I'm wanting either. I'm going to have to do something surgical like facial fat grafting. So I plan to do that January or February 2027 in my temples, my cheeks, my under eyes, and my smile lines. And then I would like to do the brow lift at the same time. And then big surgery I'm gonna be definitely having. I've already signed the contract and am in contact with the surgery coordinator, is a BBL. That is something I've wanted since I was 19. This is so salty. It's good, but I feel kind of maybe a little guilty just because it's so salty. Oh well, YOLO. So I'm getting that, I think in October. I haven't gotten the exact date figured out yet, but I'm shooting for October, which is exciting. And then at that same place, I also signed a contract for a breast lift and augmentation. And I'm going to be doing that in April of 2027. I would like to also do neck contouring. I think that kind of like tightens up your neck, or maybe like a neck lift, but I think I'm a little too young for a neck lift, so probably contouring. But don't really have the money for that, so I'd have to save more for that one. Excited for all of that. As I've said in previous videos, I'm really miserable at my job, but in order to get a BBL, I have to take medical leave, at least typically for like a few weeks to not a month or more, just because you can't sit on your behind for I think like 4 to 6 weeks. Don't quote me on any of this. So I kind of have to stay at my job because in order to be approved for medical leave, you have to have worked there for like a year full time. And I'll be at my job 2 years in July, so kind of have to stick it out until at least October. And then hopefully after that I can find something else, and something that pays better and something I'm just happier at all around, because right now I'm not happy there. Those are the things that I've done. The nose job, the upper left, Sculptra, Botox, filler. I've also had 1 vial of PDGF under my eyes. That's also kind of like a collagen builder. I would not recommend that. I don't think that made any difference. And of all the things I've done, I wouldn't recommend that. That was $600, which isn't that much money, but to me, it's like kind of like, it's like a syringe filler. Sorry, I'm not used to like eating with my food down, or my hair in my face. I'm starting to get full. And then the surgeries, like I said, I'm doing the BBL in October. Almost positive it'll be in October. The breast augmentation and lift in April of 2027. And then hopefully in between, but it might have to be pushed until fall 2027, the temporal brow lift and facial fat grafting. I'm really excited about all of those. I think those will be pretty transformative on their own. I'll just say, like, the thing that bothers me currently about my face is the hollowing. So, you know, in the temples, the under eyes, a little bit in the smile lines, as well as the cheeks. Like, I want to even all that out. So in the temporal brow lift, like, that'll just lift everything. I'm excited to see the changes that will bring. And to me, I'm just willing to spend the money on these things because I've just wanted to be so beautiful for so long. It's so attractive where people, this probably sounds ridiculous. Oh my gosh, there's a huge ant on my car. Someone's like parking right next to me. Great. Yeah, I've just wanted to be so beautiful for so long where you like walk down this, maybe not walk down the street because that's kind of creepy, like people catch on you, but where people like pass you in a store or something and they just like stare because you're so beautiful, like a Kardashian. That is my goal, as superficial as that is, and I know I don't really like even want kids. Maybe one day. I mean, I'm 30, so I feel like I would already know if I wanted kids, but I guess I've just wanted these things for so long. I've become like the forefront of my goals. And I know they're superficial, but at the end of the day, it's just what I feel like will make me, obviously it's not going to solve all my problems, but I think it'll make me like happier. I do think after that I will stop. After those surgeries, there's not much more body-wise or face-wise that you can really do to make that much of a difference. I mean, I'm not really old enough to get like a facelift. I could do like a mid-facelift, but that might look uncanny and make me look done, and I don't know that I necessarily want that look right now. So I think after those surgeries I will be done. The interesting thing about cosmetic surgery is a lot of times maybe people think like if you've had work done, people can tell, but you know, like I said, I've had work done on my face and nobody can even tell. So, I mean, if they can, they don't say anything, which I guess why would they? But I just think cosmetic surgery can look really natural, and I don't know, you might be surprised. The women that I've seen in the plastic surgery office when I went there were 60, 65 and didn't look to me like they had anything done. I don't know. Sometimes it's just people that you wouldn't expect. And I'm almost done eating because I'm really feeling full, and I'm probably gonna feel like really bloated later because this is so salty. Can you tell I feel kind of guilty about it? I don't know. I didn't feel guilty about the Thai food. I feel like that didn't taste as salty, but Chinese food, I guess it's just to be expected. It's always really salty. Well, I think that's going to do it for my video today. I appreciate you watching. I hope you like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a little bit more about me, as well as maybe why I want plastic surgery, and I hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.